2, 3, 4. Welcome guys to my second lesson on picking Chet Atkins using nursery rhymes. If this is the first one that you've visited and you're confident, you can still have a go, but if you want to do something a little bit more simple, have a look at the first installment I did, where we basically focus on playing crotchets or playing on the beat, more or less. When we get into eighth notes or quavers, we're going to start playing in between the thumb strikes, and that's what we're looking at today. Before I get into it, I've got to thank a small list of new Patreons. So we've got Gaetania, Harry, Johnny Toots, Yanu Chakrad, John Lantern, and Chris Henson. Guys, thank you so much. I think this is the first time I've mentioned. You might have got a second mention. If you did, good for you, but thank you all for joining. And if you'd like to become a Patreon to support my channel, you also get the transcriptions that come along with the videos. Other than that, I really do welcome people who are just watching the videos to subscribe and comment and just show your appreciation, because that means a lot. But if you would like to contribute, check out the link below and jump on board. So there's 100 members now, which is just amazing, and I'm on track, I guess, to what I want to do long term, which is to just be able to do this every day, which would be really cool. That'd mean more videos for everybody. So for today's lesson, well, let's just get straight into it. Hey, there's not really too much more to talk about. We're going to start with our third finger on the third fret of the sixth string, pinky on the third fret of the second string. We pick the sixth string and second string together. It sounds like it's a little bit out of tune. I'm going to press on though, because I'm so short on time today making this video. Pick the sixth string and second string together. Then we pick the fourth string and the second string open. Then I come back to the sixth string with the pick and I drop my pinky back down. And then the thumb falls back onto that fourth string. So at this point, we haven't actually seen any increase in difficulty to the last one, but you'll see. The next bar is exactly the same. Alright, so those two bars. Then we move to essentially what is the C chord. That was a G chord, by the way. Probably should have mentioned that, but I'm sure you can follow along, no problems. We jump over to a C chord now. We pick the fifth string with the thumb. Third finger pulls on the first string, which is currently open. I drop my pinky down onto the second string as I pluck the fourth string. I bring my third finger across to the sixth string and I pluck the second string at the same time. While I'm holding that C, I've lifted up the pinky now. Then as I return back to the fourth string, I lift my first finger, so the first fret there is open and we get a B. So let me just play that for you slow. I pause then because I realize I tabbed something incorrectly, but I will fix that for you guys. Then lift the first finger, just like that, okay? And just a reminder, you can palm mute if you like by karate, chopping the bridge, rolling over, and you should get this nice. See, that's two palm muted. If that happens, you move this way a little bit, okay? You move to your right slightly. You move towards your elbow, basically. So if you're a left-hander, you can move the opposite way if it's too muted. If it's not muted enough, you go the other way. So that was bar 3. I'll just play it again. Okay. I actually usually leave that third finger, so... That's a question I do get asked sometimes. Do you move the third finger on the next beat or wait till it's required to move? Wait till it's required to move, it's easier. See that? Leave it there, get across, leave it there, and then by bar 4, now we change. So this is bar 4, this is the D chord, thumb over here, okay, thumb on the second finger on the second fret of the third string, pluck the sixth and third together, pluck the fourth and second together, bring the thumb back to the sixth string, drop the first finger down, and as we come back to the fourth string, we actually pluck the fourth and second open. Now we hammer, and this is where it gets a little more interesting. Okay, you're probably thinking, hey, this is pretty cruisy. It's about to get a little more challenging. Let's just look at that last bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Now, my thumb's going to probably be heading back towards the 6th string there. If that makes sense. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's what's happening there. That first finger goes down on its own. Nothing else is being struck, okay? Then we move into the next bar. Back to the G with the pinky down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. We pluck the 4th string and 3rd string together, just like that. Now we have to do this tricky little thing where we pick the 6th string and the 3rd string together. Okay, see what I did there? I did an extra hit in between. So we actually went 1 and 2, 1 and 2, where we pinch the 4th and 3rd open. We return to the 6th string, we pluck the 3rd string together. And what we do, we pinch, pull your finger in between the strike on the 6th string, the strike on the 4th string, okay? And we actually pull that finger again. So 3 times in a row we pick with that finger. 3 and 4. Okay, 3 and 4. Now, something else you can do, you can walk a little bit here. 3 and 4. I'm not sure I really saw Chet Atkins do that a lot unless he was doing some of the classical stuff, which was a little different. Something I kind of came up with to battle some of those. Okay, yeah, so you walk your fingers, and I'm probably wrong. I'm sure Chet Atkins did do that. But it's almost that it feels unrefined that I wonder if he did. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Or just use one finger. 3 and 4. We're not playing that fast, so there's no reason not to do it like that. Okay, so 1 and 2 and pinch, finger, pinch. The next bar, things get real here. So we pick the 6th string and 3rd string, hammer, with nothing going on here. Okay, we just hammer the 2nd finger onto the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Then we pluck the 4th string and 2nd string together, hammer the 1st finger down, and then we pick the 6th string and 2nd string together with the pinky down on the 2nd fret. And then the thumb now comes back to that 4th string there. Okay, so I'm just going to play those two, that bar on its own, and then I'll play the last 2 bars in their entirety. So, okay, in the 2 bars. That takes a little bit of coordination, which means it's going to take some slow practice. You need to teach your muscles that this is the thing that they can do. All right, keep it slow, keep it tidy, and I always say, you can tie your shoelaces or write your name really quickly, not because you practice doing those things quickly, just because you've done them heaps. Does that make sense? And that's what we want to do. We want to make this feel like tying our shoes. Truth be told, that's easier for me than tying my shoes. I'm hopeless at tying my shoes. So, next bar here, it's all back to crotchets, okay? So, we're doing the D-type chord. I've got my pinky on the 3rd fret there, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret there. So 1 and pinch the middle 2, pinch the 6th and 3rd, pinch the 4th and 2nd, but we get rid of the pinky, put the 1st finger down. Okay, like that. So then we lift the 1st, pinch the middle 2, back to a G chord. But this time I actually pull that 1st finger over and get that nice warm sound. So I'm actually displacing the 3-finger thing I've talked about just for a moment there. Okay. Hang on. So that's it, guys. Next lesson, I'm going to start looking at some more complicated stuff. We will start incorporating the more complex pattern and just some other little techniques. There's not a heap to go without getting into some of the more complex left-handed things, like some of the barring and fretting. But that stuff is pretty much intuitive once you start, learning those songs, if you've got transcriptions to work from. So it's not something that I feel that you really need the help with. If you know how to play guitar and read tabs, you can figure that stuff out. The challenge is breaking down that wall of playing 2 things at once, which, as you know, I don't really think of it that way. I just put it together bit by bit. So I hope this is really helping, guys. Please comment and let me know what you think. jump on the Patreon if you can and you'd like to. And of course, there's a bunch of other content: rockabilly, psychobilly, jazz and swing, and all that kind of stuff. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.